Hello everyone, I recently bought the SSQ22 HPA converter from Novritsch, and I thought it would be a good idea to make a video about it. So it comes with a line improved version of the mag catch and stronger recoil spring. So today I'm going to put that together and see how it works. Previously I used the Tanaki Works HPA converter, and in comparison I can straight away say that the Novritsch one is much taller than the Tanaki one. It's much heavier. The Tanaki one is made from a CNC block of aluminium, while this one seems to be made from some pot metal. But of course this is mass produced, and Tanaki Works is made by hand. The Novritsch converter takes the Novritsch MP5 magazines. They sit quite nice, tight. But unfortunately it doesn't take the most popular magazines for the HPA converters. The Saima one just doesn't fit for some reason, while the Tanaki Works takes the Saima one. It also works with the Novritsch one, although it seems to be a bit loose. Another difference is the Novritsch one has the BB catch, so when you take out the magazine the BBs don't fall out. There's always around 5 BBs that are in the channel between the magazine and the replica itself. The Tanaki Works one doesn't have it, so every time you have to change the mag, 5 BBs fall on the floor. So let's try to put it together now. So here I have my 1 joule version of the SSQ22. I'm going to take it apart to change the recoil spring and the mag catch. We'll start with the safety switch. On this side there's a small bearing that is really easy to lose, so if you decide to take apart your replica, be careful. Yes, that's the small bearing ball I was talking about. Now the other side, we'll do the same. Next step is the screw from the stock. The last is the pin. Let's just push it out. We can put the stock to the side. Next we have to drive those two pins out. To take the trigger box out. Now to take the board out, just have to pull the charging handle all the way to the back and just lift the board or blowback unit. Release the charging handle. Now we can lift the recoil spring. And put it outside. This is ready to be changed now. Let's take the old mag catch out. To do that, you can just push the pin out from the mag release. Take it out. The mag catch should get out easily now. I just made recently a video how to clean SSQ22 with my DMR version, so you are free to skip this part. I put the weaker spring to the side. Also put the first version of the mag catch to the side. I will just mention quickly that for the Tanuki Works HPA converter, I modified the trigger box to avoid pinching the airline. You don't have to do that, it still works, but I found that it's more reliable when this is done. Inside the safety switch. Now we can lubricate everything. For the lubrication I use the synthetic oil SM50. Works really well with airsoft replicas. It doesn't destroy rubber or plastic surfaces. Now we can assemble the replica. Let's start with the mag catch. Going to insert that in the solid surface facing down the trigger box. Let's see if it works. Yes, it does. Next, the recoil spring, the charging handle. Maybe a bit harder to assemble that, as this spring is harder than the standard one. Yes, it is much harder. Now we have to drop the blowback unit or board, depending how you want to call it. Next, the trigger box. Make sure all pins are in place. They're usually really loose. They can just slide out. can take the stock back, put the receiver. Next goes the pin. Now we can tie the stock. And the safety switch. It's a bit tricky to get it right. On the other side. Can tighten that gently. I use the shorter side of the Allen key to tighten it, to not strip the threads, which is really easy, especially with the small screws. Now let's check if everything works. Yes. The Novritsch converter comes assembled, pretty much all of it. You just have to push in the air line. It's just easy task, just pushing that as far as it goes. Now we can check if it fits. Yes. Let's try the magazine and see how it looks like. Doesn't seem that goes all the way in, which looks a bit odd. And the size of the magazine as well is a bit ridiculously long. For the comparison, the Tanuki Works converter with the mark looks like this, which in my opinion it's better looking replica, and still the mid cap fits at least 70 bb's, around 70 bb's, which is plenty for the glass blowback. But the choice is yours. Next, let's test it and see how it works. Now quickly, before I forget, if you want to get rid of that gold looking mock of cartridges, you can just push the button plate, unscrew a hex screw. Don't lose the screw itself. Just push the insert out. You can just remove it. Will allow you to see if the magazine is loaded. You'll be able to see this part of the channel, BB channel. I will give it a wipe with silicone oil. Put it back. This is how the Novritsch MP5 magazine looks like without the plastic insert. Let's test it now. The replica I'm using is equipped with a 1 joule nozzle. I'm using 0.28 gram BBs, and the regulator is set to 110 psi. Novritsch says that it should be used with the pressure of between 120 and 140 psi, but let's start lower and see how close to 1 joule we get. seems to do what they say, but I guess the true test will be during the game day. So what do I think about the Novritsch SSQ22 HPA converter? It definitely does what they say, but the true test is going to be during the game. I don't really like the look of the long magazine and the fact that the Saima magazine doesn't fit. I like the fact that the BBs stay trapped in there and don't fall out after taking out the magazine. If you want to release them, you just have to press here and just get them out. I will try to use it in the game and see how it behaves, and do maybe some update video on it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.